Hi all, back again with another video. This time just going to go in a little bit of detail on the new 2014 R1200GS Adventure. Last time I did one, I did basically me riding it, so you couldn't see too much of the details. So I'll just go over a few things, and there were some questions people were asking me, so I'll cover those too. So since I've had it, I added a few things. I haven't had time to ride it too much, but added a few things already. You notice I still don't have my pantiers. They're on the way. Actually they're here, but the locks, there was a problem with the locks, so they're getting new locks for it. They match the keys. So hopefully I'll have those this week coming up. Okay, so one of the things I've added is this Touratech side stand expander. Now when I talked to them, they told me that the GS model would fit on here, and it doesn't. So just be aware of that. That might change by the time you order yours. But this is made of 3 parts. It's the bottom plate, middle plate, and the top plate. It's this middle plate that doesn't fit. It doesn't fit around the oval section of the side stand. So I could have sent it back, but I have the tools here, so I shaved it down and got it where it fits. I actually had to do almost of a 1/4 of an inch right down this part right down here. So it was quite a bit. It's off. But I added that. So when you call them, just, to order it, or you place an order, just be aware of that. If you don't have the tools, you might want to question that. And I also added, hopefully you can see these. Put a flashlight up here. Radiator guards up here. Still open, breathable, but it'll keep the big rocks from going in here. When I first saw the radiator, I was like, man, there needs to be some protection there. So I ordered those and put those on. I think those are important. You definitely probably want to do that. I know on the older models, everybody highly recommended that for the oil cooled that you add the protector for the oil cooled, because you get a rock in there and get a leak and it's over. So added that. The other thing I added was this headlight grill. Items can still get through here, little rocks and stuff, but a big rock would definitely not get through there, or even a small rock might hit here and deflect off. But it's just another layer of protection. Without this on here, it's just wide open, and this thing's expensive to replace. So I added that, just a little warm and fuzzy for myself, and it looks kind of cool. So those are the 3 things I've added. I have some other stuff on order. I'll tell you, one's for the lights here, the front lights. I got a cage that's going to go for those. It's on the way. And I ordered rear brake fluid cover too. I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay. So a couple of things. Just key in. On the bike, you can control your GPS from over here. It's got a dial. You don't need the buttons over like you used to on the old ones. Just a GPS without the buttons. And you control it with this dial. You can go in, out, and then select from the menu or zoom in and out. You have a trip, you have info, ABS, your suspension, pretty much the standard stuff you see, turn signal horns. The flashers are over here, high beam, cruise control, and over here is your fog lights. So let me just turn this on. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so if I hit info, you'll notice right over here my console's changing and giving me some information. So it gives you speed. It'll give you tire pressure. Of course I don't have anything because I'm not moving right now. Oil, your date. If you do have the GPS will set the date on the computer automatically for you. External temperature, engine temp, etc. Go back to date. You can see I don't have a lot of miles. I haven't been able to ride, so I'll get some in today. Okay. You see this little plug here. I'll go over that. That tells you you have the Pro module on the bike. All right, so if I come over here, I got, of course, my ABS, so I'm going to do nothing right now. And then I have my various ride modes. So if I click it once, you'll notice here I went to normal, hard, and soft. I'll go back to normal. Right below it, you see a little helmet. If I hold that button, now I have a helmet with luggage. So 1 passenger with luggage. Hold it again, I go 2 passengers. Hold it again, I go back to 1. So you can adjust how the load is on the bike also. So pretty cool. So normal, hard, and soft. And then holding the button adjusts the luggage, single rider, or multiple riders. So if I come back over here, I have mode button. And then that you have your hand grip warmers. So if I click the mode button, you'll see now I'm starting to get over here different stuff. I'm on road, Dyna, Enduro, Enduro Pro, Rain, road, and I'll keep it on road. And you have to have the Pro package plug in order to get the Enduro Pro. And the other one on there, Enduro Pro. So that's about that. And on the GPS, like I said, you can control it from the dial. So if I come back over here, if I hit a button, see now I'm in GPS, I can zoom in, I can zoom out. If I hit it, I go to different screens. Of course, tires aren't reading because I'm not moving, which is kind of neat. It gets the information from the computer and translates it up. Like you see, you can get all kinds of information. It's pretty neat. Front tire, odometer. Go through them a little bit. So people were asking about the fuel economy also. Right now it's showing I'm getting 43.6. And that's a lot of city and a little bit of highway, not too much. It's kind of, I guess, a mix, which would probably be really close to what it's going to truly get. They say that you get 54, and on the GS you get 57 with cruise speed of 55 miles an hour. So this is a combination. My speed probably has been pretty much more in the city. I haven't had too much highway. So 43. So probably, I would say probably going to be closer to the low 50s on a highway. Okay, so that's a GPS. And I'll turn it off. And it'll all shut off here just in a second. So it gives you odometer and time and date. And there it shuts off. And GPS shuts off after a while too. All right, bike also has this little canister here. I'm not quite sure, what it's really good for. You can maybe throw something small in here, but it's very. My wife made me a little cover for my GPS that kind of covers it from the elements and prying eyes. I kind of keep that in there, but it's not a lot of room for anything else. Okay, so the other thing people were asking about as far as sitting on this thing, I'm 5'10", and I'm flat-footed when I sit on it. But I'll pull this seat off. Let me get the key. Okay, I have it set in low, and I'm sitting flat-footed on it. If I go to high, I am up on my tippy toes. And to go high, you can flip this over. And then over here, there's a little button, you push this. This comes out. And you just flip it, pop it back in, and then push it in. And then you're in high position. I think it's close to an inch. It'll raise it about an inch. It's a little less than an inch, but it's enough to make me have to go to my tippy toes. Now I know somebody else that bought the same bike. They got a couple of days after me. They're the same height as me, and they have to tippy toe on the low. So they're actually replacing their seat with a different one to get flat-footed on the ground. So I guess I have longer legs than that person does, but yeah, he's definitely on his tippy toes. So, just because you're 5'10" doesn't mean it'll necessarily work for you. You might have to switch your seat out. Okay, so on the back seat, there's your tools. And this is really cheesy. I'm kind of surprised. I thought there would be a lot better toolkit with this bike. I mean, this is really basic. When I go on my road trip, I definitely, I'll leave these in here, but I doubt very seriously I'm going to be using them. I'll pack my own tools just to make sure that I'm covered out on the road, because I don't think I'm going to do anything major with this kit. I'm shocked that they didn't really put a better kit with the bike. It's such a nice bike. They could have done a little bit with the tools. But I have a tool kit that's got everything. Maybe later on I'll do another video on what I pack when I go, all the stuff that I take on my trips, because that's a pretty good, that would be a good video. I know I had a lot of questions when I first started doing the adventure riding. All right, so that's that. Go back over here. This is the rear brake reservoir. I have a part coming in that's going to go over this and protect it. I said it's probably okay. It's protected by the bars, but be my luck, I hit and there'll be a rock right there and it'll break the thing. So I've got a piece coming in. That's the only piece I saw that I would probably want to change. On the brake, it's got an adjustable thing here. It's really hard to move it, but you can pop that down. It'll give it a little bit more height, or you can pull it back out. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Let's see, other than that, the bike came with these Michelin tires. The guy that got the bike right after me, his came with, I think they were Continental tires. So they're shipping with different tires. The tread looked pretty much the same, but like I said, these are going to be replaced out. I don't particularly want those on my road trip that I'm going to be doing, so I'm getting an on-off-road tire, and I'm going to have that done once I bring it in for service.